Hey everyone, the Direct Bit here, and I am doing my first how-to video. And today, obviously, what do you think the first how-to would be? It's gonna be how to direct hit, and not just direct hit, but also some other things that go with it, like the reserve shooter, and the disciplinary action and or escape plan, which is my soldier loadout. And if you haven't noticed, I finally got my Collector's Professional kill streak, which is pretty amazing, I would say. And yeah, so let's begin. So obviously the direct hit is pretty different from the standard rocket launcher, because one interesting thing you have to do is, okay, yeah. Shut up, slave. Okay, so yeah, if you see, Ghostly Gaming right here is my test subject today. But the thing with the direct hit is a lot of the time people are running in TF2 because it's a very action-packed game. So you can't aim for them, you have to aim in the direction they're going. And it's kind of hard sometimes, especially when it's a scout, but if they're stupid like this guy is, it's pretty easy. So yeah, that's one of the main points I would say that a lot of people screw up with on the direct hit. And the reserve shooter is pretty useful for scouts. What? Oh, I'm sorry, he's talking to me. Hey, dude, tell me. Okay, dude, just chat me if you want to talk, okay? In the chat, okay. So yeah, basically, as I was saying, the reserve shooter specifically is pretty good when you're dealing with fast targets, especially scouts or, maybe other things. I can't think of anything like, for example, maybe other escaped soldiers or someone who has a Contra on or something like that. But it's not only used for that, it's also, you usually, if there's just a regular target, like a heavy or something, you usually don't go in just shooting the shotgun, but you can still definitely use it on them. So what you need to do is shoot them with direct hit from a moderate distance away, and how the heck did he already get up there? But, and then, while they're in midair, obviously, with the reserve shooter, because it does mini crits on airborne targets, you just use it then. And, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for that. And then with the disciplinary action, it's usually not for damage. It's not that bad of a damage. Well, I mean, honestly, 25% is kind of a lot. But you can still hit with this thing. But you can also kind of be support a little bit, because obviously, with the speed boost for when you hit someone. And the reason I say you should use the escape plan or the disciplinary action, obviously they are both for speed, it's just that the escape plan is more for yourself and less for other people. But the main reason I say you should use that is, obviously one of the big mobility things for soldiers is the rocket jump. But it's still good to be quick. So, because, unless you're using the rocket jumper, which no one does, honestly. But, you still, take, damage from your rocket jumps. And I know you can rocket jump to health kits and stuff like that, but still, you don't have, like, an unlimited thing, unless you have the Market Gardener, yeah. But, so yeah, it's still good to be fast. But they are kind of different weapons. This one obviously is a more temporary boost, because it only boosts you for a couple of seconds. While the escape plan, even though you need to be very low health and it has a bunch of downsides, is more of a permanent thing unless you grab a medkit and all that stuff. You could also argue that the Contra is also a good thing for speed, but then again, it does take up your secondary slot instead of your melee, which is a pretty big downside, I think. And, honestly, I think it's good to have the shotgun, remember, for fast targets, because sometimes it's really hard to hit them with the direct hit unless you're a total master at it, which, even though it's my favorite weapon in the whole game, I'm not a master, I would say. But, I do love it a lot. And So yeah, that's kind of the main overview of all the weapons I use for him, the soldier. I do occasionally use some other weapons, like I would sometimes change from the direct hit. I know, super surprising. But based on the situation I'm currently in, if they have something that direct hit is not great for, even though it's pretty much great for everything, unless you have like an all enemy scout team, which does happen. I've probably been in that situation once or twice. Because everyone hates scouts. Not really, but still. But yeah. So that's my main overview for you, the direct hit. I mean, I know it's not super in depth, but still. So yeah, basically, again, the main points are you want to shoot in the direction they're going. Remember, even though it does a lot more damage, you still take the same amount from rocket jumps, and and it doesn't really have too many downsides because it's the best weapon ever. But yeah, so remember, aim where they're going, and you can still rocket jump with this thing. And then again, when you're using it, I definitely recommend having a shotgun, especially the reserve shooter or maybe the panic attack. But I advise when you're using the direct hit not to have the Conjurer, the buff banner, the battalion's backup, or anything like that. And you could pair these with a totally different melee weapon, like I kind of see the equalizer working out a little bit. But I don't know, I think it's good to use these three. And I just noticed, not only is the kill streak on my direct hit green, the direct hit is green, the reserve shooter is green, and the disciplinary action is kind of brown, but kind of green, a little bit. But I'm gonna get the escape plan, I just don't have it. I'm gonna get it soon, though. So, I'm pretty much having the all-green loadout here. But yeah, that pretty much sums up my review for the direct hit and how to use it. And yeah, I will see you guys next time with another how-to, and some of them, just to let you know, won't be as in-depth as just a weapon or loadout. Some of them will be like whole classes. But, this just ends this one. This is my first one. I'm just kind of testing it out.